Welcome back to CryptosRUs. I am George. We are all George. This is a very late night stream. I had things going on. Didn't know if I was going to stream, but I wanted to do a stream anyways and warn you guys, get you guys ready about the altcoins that will pump after the Bitcoin pump. Yes, I do believe there are a lot of bargains right now as altcoins are taking a breather while Bitcoin is pumping up to a new high. But guess what's going to happen afterwards? The altcoins will come back up. So I just want to make a quick stream and discuss some of the altcoins I like that I'm eyeing that I think will be coming up in the near future. So thanks for tuning in. As always, smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Two streams pretty much every day, 11 a.m. and 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, although I am off here or there. So make sure you hit that notification bell and follow me on Twitter and Facebook so you don't miss out on any of my streams. All right, guys, let's do this. I'm going to make today's stream quick. It's already, it's really late already. Let's just put it that way. I don't have a whole lot of energy. I got a lot to do. Want to get some shut-eye. So I'm going to go through this pretty quick. If you do have any urgent questions, you better send those big super chats in. Otherwise, you're going to miss your question. All right. Bitcoin is at, let me just change the screen. Bitcoin is at 61,222. So even higher than this morning when I streamed, it was about 60,000, pumped up as high as what, 60, almost 62, 61.7 or 61.8. Came down a little bit, but now it's just hovering. It's not moving. It is just staying up here, despite the fact that some of these indicators are falling down because of overbought levels. It doesn't matter. Bitcoin is just staying, which shows how strong it is right now and how much buying pressure there is. So going to tomorrow, we could definitely see another boom like that, another leg up tomorrow. So I'm looking forward to getting some shut-eye and waking up tomorrow and seeing what happens. But I am sensing that tomorrow could be a very good day as well as this whole week, because you know what? Stimulus package passed. A lot of people are getting their stimulus checks, and overall F2 pool outflow is very small. So really nothing is standing in Bitcoin's way. However, once Bitcoin stalls out a little bit and kind of goes sideways, that's when the altcoins come back in full force. It always happens. It's a never-ending cycle. So it's actually really good. But that's also why I advise everyone to have a 50-50 breakup at least. So on good days for Bitcoin, 50% of your portfolio will go up. And then when altcoins go up, the same thing, right? So I think 50-50 breakup is a pretty good distribution, I guess, for a portfolio. But it is good to see that Bitcoin going up today so much. You got a lot of liquidations of the shorts. I've been waiting for this. There's a ton. I believe in total about 500-600 million of shorts that was liquidated today. So that's a good thing. I just don't see why anyone would be shorting Bitcoin at this point. It just makes no sense to me at all. No sense at all. And while Bitcoin is going up, it's getting closer and closer to silver, only about less than 300 billion away from silver. So Bitcoin pumps up a little more. I don't know the exact number, maybe 65, 67, 68,000. It will be equal to silver. So it's going up and up and up and up. All right. Algorand. Okay. Not bad of a project. All right. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. So what about the altcoins? Well, I do think there's a lot of bargains right now. Now, it's not like they've gone down 20 or 30% like we've seen a few weeks ago when Bitcoin fell down to about 43,000. But there are some that have stalled out, and they have stalled out for quite a bit. And I do think the trend, the momentum will come back. Vahe, thank you. But if you look at the overall market cap, closing in 1.84 trillion, closing at 1.9. So definitely not a bad day. I mean, a lot of things have gone up. So you could see that Bitcoin's up 8%. Ethereum is up a little bit more than that. So it's 1,900 now. Binance coin's coming back up to 272. So yeah, things are moving pretty well in tandem with Bitcoin, but some have obviously underperformed. A lot of people are asking about Cardano. Why is Cardano not moving? Same thing with Link. Why is Link not moving? Well, they are, but they're just not moving as fast as Bitcoin. And right now, I think these big caps are taking a breather simply because they move so fast. I think a lot of people forgot. Binance Coin, Cardano, Polkadot, they've gone up, substantially from, 10 billion to 20 billion to 30 billion. And some of these have hit 40 billion like Binance Smart Chain, right? So they have come up quite a bit over the last few months. And right now, taking a breather is definitely fine. But you know what? Their turn will come. But besides these big cap protocol plays, there's a lot of, I would say, mid caps and small caps that are definitely very, very, very hot right now. So real quick, I'm going to go through them. So going down, so just like in terms of protocol plays right now, that's very hot. Crypto.com doesn't have one yet, but they will soon. VeChain is getting hot, so definitely don't want to ignore VeChain sitting at 20. Right under there, Cosmos is doing very well. Kind of stagnant as of late. For the week, only 1% up. That kind of shows you how much is lagging versus everyone else. So that kind of gives you a clue that its turn can be coming. So you got to pay attention to these kind of things. Yeah, I'll get to Solana in a little bit. So now moving down, you could see something like Solana, also a little bit down, right? Also a very promising protocol, especially with a lot of DeFi plays now coming to it. So Solana also a little bit trailing right now, but I do think, again, a lot of these come in waves. They take turns. And some of these protocol plays like Cosmos and Solana, they've been a little bit stagnant, but I do think their turn could be right around the corner. So what else is there? Tezos, Algorand. People ask about Algorand, what's going on. Tezos, they're kind of stalled. These two, I don't pay as much attention as some of the others, but I think they are promising chains. Kusama is doing very well. Hashgraph is doing well, though I still don't like Hashgraph. No matter how much it goes up, I still think it's a little bit too corporate. So I have not been paying attention to Hashgraph. Elrond is really stagnant. I think Elrond is a fantastic blockchain. So they could be coming around. They're actually really, really stagnant as of late. They're only up 1% for 24 hours and barely 2% for the last 7 days. So they definitely been trailing, right? Zilliqa has been doing well. What else? In terms of protocols, no, these are all considered different ones. Layer 2 solutions like Phantom also has been struggling, right? So these are the ones that look like they're bargains at this point, because they just haven't moved as fast or as much as some of their competitors, and it kind of shows you, how much room there is to grow, especially the promising ones. You can't do this with all the projects, but the ones that have a lot of potential, they don't just go away, right? They tend to stick around, and then they tend to pump in certain cycles. So protocol, definitely don't ignore them. I think a lot of them are trailing right now, but a lot of them will come back to life. Well, what about some of the other things? For example, NFTs that are very hot right now. Well, there are a few that are taking a breather as well. For example, Theta is barely up 1% today. In fact, if you look at it from its highs, yeah, it is actually down, right? Theta is a fantastic project. They're beyond NFTs, but I really, really like Theta today. Could be a good pickup time. Also, Chile's, which I just covered yesterday, they have been an absolute tear. Absolute tear, up 6,000% within the last 3 months, and up thousands of percent just within the last few weeks, right? So now they're finally getting that breather time, but I'm still very, very much in love with Chile's. Same thing with Engine, that's also taking a breather right around $2, right? So these guys are taking a breather. Who's not taking a breather right now is Decentraland. Remember, I told you guys I wasn't always a fan of Decentraland, but after NFTs got hot, I'm like, Decentraland is just one gigantic NFT play, and it has been performing. So today is up a staggering 40%, not too shabby. Flow is still underperforming right now, still waiting for Flow to catch up, but you know what? They're doing pretty well at 1 billion market cap, but I do think they're very undervalued right now. Same thing with Wax. I've said Wax was very undervalued. It has been coming up. Today, up 5%, so didn't actually go down, but I do think they still have a lot of room to grow. Chromia also very, very promising. They're taking a breather today, still at 257 million. I think they're going to be fantastic. And these next three, I'm also big fan of. Orion Protocol, which is now decentralized marketplace, but also in NFTs. Ultra decentralized gaming platform, also getting involved with NFTs. And Sandbox is basically another version of Decentraland, a little bit different, but these guys have all done very well. The weird thing is Sandbox is listed at 10, although their market cap is bigger, which makes no sense. It should actually be bigger. But Ultra and Orion and Chromia, they all have huge potential, and they're all under 300 million. So I think they have a lot of room to grow, especially compared to some of the big dogs. So these guys are taking a breather today, and that's what you want, right? You don't want to buy when things are screaming high. You want to buy when things cool off, and that's how you dollar cost average into them. So I think a lot of NFT plays today is pretty good. What about DeFi? Well, DeFi today is doing much better. So you can see overall almost everything is in green, but not double-digit green, although some are. One project I really like is Terra, and it's still on a tear at 10%. So that's not really a bargain right now, but I do think I really like that project a lot. Chainlink, a lot of people still think they're kind of stagnant, which they are. But you know what? They're a big cap. They'll get their turn. But also other ones that have been lagging a little bit, like Aave, to be honest, they peaked out at 500. Now they're at 400. They kind of really just kind of became stagnant as of late. I know that they're trying to move to layer 2, but there's a lot of competition now in that space. Sushi Swap, kind of stagnant. Synthetic, Compound Maker, Pancake Swap. A lot of DeFi projects right now is kind of stagnant or going down a little bit. I think mostly because of the NFT craze. A lot of money went to NFTs, but still, DeFi is here to stay. It's definitely the future of finance, so I would not give up on any of these players just yet. I think their time will come, but there are a few stars right now. For example, like Terra, that is tearing it up. So you don't want to miss out. What else is there? Binance. Let's look at Binance ecosystem. I had a super chat about AGI. Not a fan of data marketplaces, especially AI ones. Have I looked at MakerDAO? Yeah, I looked at MakerDAO. They've been around for a long time. Lending project. It's not a AMM or financial products where they're a pure lending play. So you basically put down collateral, you could get DAI tokens, and utilize whatever you want with that, right? So that's purely what they're in. They have a lot under market cap, but it's not a sexy project, so they haven't gone up as fast as some of the AMMs like DEX, like Uniswap and stuff like that. But yeah, they're pretty big. They're pretty big. And the equivalent of MakerDAO is Venus on Binance Smart Chain, which I think is very undervalued compared to how much collateral they actually have. But look at a Binance Smart Chain, ecosystem, BNB, I still think it's fantastic. Fantastic. BNB is one of those strongholds now. A lot of people say Ethereum is a stronghold, like you have to have it, right? A lot of people think about that, think about Cardano the same way, or Polkadot. I think Binance Coin is one that you have to have in your portfolio because Binance is just unstoppable. So really like Binance Coin. The graph is weaker recently. They were up like 220, 240. Now they're below $2. They're not really a Binance Smart Chain play, but now they are, Binance Smart Chain compatible. So I think they're actually a bargain right now. Pancake Swap, what is it? Venus, I mentioned. You know, I think they're undervalued. Some of these other projects like Reef, they got a big investment recently. They've gone beyond just Polkadot, but still, I think, I don't know. There's something about it. There's too much shilling of it, so I don't know what's going on with it. But they're kind of weak as of late. 1inch hasn't done so well. They're more like a DeFi play, so they haven't done as good as they were before, I guess. Ontology, Anchor. Anchor's a weird project. Anchor's weird. It's like right now they're for staking ETH 2.0, and I guess the benefit is you stake and then you get a synthetic ETH that you can still use to do whatever, so that once you staked in, because you can't take out the ETH, they give you a synthetic ETH. I guess it's like that, but they're not just for ETH. They're a staking project, but right now they're concentrating Ethereum 2.0. But anyways, yeah, it's kind of weird. But have you seen a VeChain fam music video by XRP Bags? No, I have not. I have not. If it's made by XRP fans, probably not very flattering. So, what about Polkadot? Polkadot's ecosystem. Well, Polkadot, I think, is a very strong hold. They're definitely doing very well right now. Kusama, which is their testbed, basically chain, also doing well, but a little bit stagnant, but not really. 38%, I guess. 38% in the last 7 days, doing a little better than Polkadot. 2 billion, 2.6 billion could be good. A lot of people asked about Ren. They've been stagnant, I know. They are in the business of converting, creating synthetic tokens for DeFi. I'm actually surprised. I thought they would do better. They moved to Binance Smart Chain too. Ontology, I don't know much of. Ocean, I've looked at before. I forgot what they're about. But I didn't remember. I wasn't very, very keen on them. Yeah, it's a data marketplace play. I think they're okay, but data marketplace isn't very sexy. A lot of people ask about Energy Web Token. A lot of people ask me about Energy Web Token. I looked at it. They've been really stagnant. They're like a blockchain for energy, for power, utility. There's a lot of things you could do. You could swap energy, trade energy. You could also use it just for utility purposes. There's a lot of things. They have a lot of partnerships, but I think they could be good. But I used to back a big project called Power Ledger that was definitely leading a space, but they never caught on. It's just like, again, it's not like a very sexy thing that people pay attention to. Nervos is an old project. It's hard to explain. Nervos. They have let me just look at it. I'm not even sure if I remember. Yeah, they're a fast blockchain, but I forgot what made them unique. There was something about them. Access to any blockchain. Yeah, I forgot if they were about atomic swaps or something like that. I have to do more research. I did look them up. They're actually relatively old. They aren't a new project, but yeah, they've been around for a while. I can't really comment one way or another. What's the difference between Ultra and Theta? Ultra actually partnered up with Theta. Theta's like streaming will be on Ultra. Ultra is going to game makers. You think about game makers that produce games, they're trying to get them to basically sell directly on Ultra and also do creative stuff like esports and stuff like that. They actually partner up with Theta to have Theta's live streaming also broadcasted on Ultra, but Ultra is beyond that. So Ultra is in streaming, but they're more focused on games, publishing games, like direct access, so that if you want to play a game, they partner up with Ubisoft. If there's some kind of online game or whatever, you could buy it and play right away through Ultra. But Ultra is trying to get beyond that, and I agree there may be some things that cross with Theta, but they formed a partnership already, so they're not really in competition with each other. Engine is a sleeping giant. I've said that. I think they're one of the best ones out there. Game credits and I don't know what this ANRX is. ANRX. Yeah, they're not on good exchanges, and they're ultra low cap, so probably not a project worth looking at. Game credits. I have heard of this before, I believe. Oh, that's not good. Got pumped up and went nowhere. They're on some bad exchanges too. But I remember hearing about them. If it comes up. Blockchain for every game. Empower your players and deliver what they want. True ownership. Yeah, secure by Ethereum. Okay. Yeah, kind of NFTs. Kind of NFTs, but there's more like game tokens. But yeah, I remember hearing about them years ago. And they just don't have any traction right now. So they actually been out since 2014. So if they've been out for this long and they haven't caught traction, they're never going to catch traction. I'll just say that. Do you think Reef will moonshot in 2021? I don't know. There's too many people that shill it. They got left a bad taste in my mouth. It just seemed like there was like a whole shilling campaign. I don't know if other people were talking about it or what. But their claim to fame was, an entire DeFi ecosystem on top of Polkadot. But it seems like they have gone beyond that because now they're listed on Binance Smart Chain ecosystem. So I think they went beyond Polkadot. They could be good, but I wouldn't place them as like the top dog right now. But they could be good. There's just too much shilling going on. Rareables, creation of NFTs, they can be good. They're one of the bigger guys. I've heard of them before. I've heard of other people talk about them. But there's so much, NFT creation places right now. Rareables is one of the bigger ones, so they could be definitely a good one. Mana, I do like Jason. Decentraland, I thought they were very, very, very undervalued right now, but they have come up in a big way. So they're not really, really undervalued, but I think they have a lot more room to grow. Vibe, man, that's an old token. That's like for music, right? Oh no, I was thinking about Vibrate. Vibrate is like to find music venues and stuff like that. I remember Vibe too. Ooh, did they rebrand because they weren't about NFTs before? Create next gen NFTs, develop new standards. Okay, layer 2 solution, VibeNet, so it helps. So VibeNet is okay. Layer 2 solution. Yep. Auctions. There's dApps. There's the SDK, a virtual wallet you could purchase. Are they built on Neo? I'm assuming they're built on Neo. Yeah. I remember hearing about Vibe. They have totally rebranded themselves as an NFT play. They were not an NFT play before. They have their own marketplace. I mean, this looks good. But I don't know if they have any exclusive licensing. That's going to be important. And I generally don't like projects that have rebranded just because they have failed and there's nothing else they could do. So that seems like what Vibe is. Because they were hot in 2018, they died, and now they're trying to rebrand themselves. I don't know if it's going to work. I guess the good thing is they are on Binance, but still, I don't know. Chain Guardians is an NFT game that launched. Let's see, CGG. Yeah. If it's not on any of the biggest changes, it's not gonna do well. The world's first ecosystem, okay. So it's like a game with NFTs. Could be good, but if it's just on Uniswap and Gate.io, it's not gonna do well. It needs to get on to either KuCoin or Binance or some of the other bigger players, or they're not gonna do well. OMG has been around for a while. That Tether even moved to OMG, but that didn't really help them. So I don't know. They're like a layer 2 solution that not a whole lot of people is paying attention to. Thoughts on getting on Elrond and Pundi? Elrond, yes. Pundi, no. I'm not a fan of Pundi, so can't recommend them. But Elrond, I think, is a good pickup right now. OMG, yes. Are you still bullish on Voyager token? Yes. I think after the Coinbase IPO, you're going to have a lot of exchange tokens start going up in a big way. I think that's going to drive things very, very high. Things like VGX and also KCS, Funfair, no. I mean, they're okay. They help people create gaming platforms and casinos, but yeah, it's still taboo in a lot of areas. Yeah, people ask me a lot about Eternity Chain. I don't know if selling Muhammad Ali NFTs is really going to drive them up to the moon. It could. With NFT marketplaces, it all depends on licensing. And this definitely doesn't help that it's on Uniswap, 1inch, and Gate.io. So it definitely needs to get on bigger exchanges. It's good that it's above 120 million, but it needs to get on some better exchanges. Yeah, I've seen this before. These just look stupid. This is the pure copy of Pokemon cards, and then here's one that's a pure copy of Pokemon card graded. Those I did not like before. All right, guys, I'm going to let you guys go. It's late. I'm tired. But just want to give you guys a quick recap. I think that Bitcoin is going to continue to do well. It's still holding at 61,000. It will continue. Probably tomorrow. It's probably going to inch a little bit higher, But you know what? I think a lot of altcoins right now kind of taking a breather. A little retrace, some of them. And I do think this is a good time to possibly pick up a few more, right? Because whenever you have opportunity, dollar cost average, and then when things get better, you're going to be rewarded, right? So I do think there's a lot of bargains right now. All right, guys, that is it. Thanks for tuning into my late night stream. So make sure you smash the like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and tune in tomorrow, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. All right, guys, have a good night. Take care. Bye-bye.